Hello, hello. We're live for the first time in 2026. I gotta turn the music down just a little bit. That might be it. Maybe too much. I have to be like pixel perfect on how much I actually adjust it. Okay, so I think we're good there. I just gotta pull up one thing here and then we should be good to go. Alright, we are set to go. So today we're just chilling out, and we are doing the, I should probably change, that's not what I wanted. I'll bring this down a little bit, just a touch. A little bit better, there we go. Alright. Currently, we are working on Koresh, so we are a little underdone here. I think I've got a lot more of these quests done on my Warlock, but this guy, my Death Knight, is definitely the one that I actually focus on doing quests with. So I'm going to be doing it with him. Some of these I've already done, some of them I haven't, but we're going to go ahead and go through and finish what we can. At some point I'll probably end up going to complete the Southern Stranglethorn quests as well, because that's all I need to do for Eastern Kingdom's Lore Master. My Eastern Kingdom's Lore Master is just one zone away. Hey Luca, what's up? I finished the Kalimdor Lore Master probably sometime in the middle of last year, so I've got that set up. I've got my work cut out for me if I want to actually finish out the rest of the Lore Master achievements before Midnight's launch. But I think if I kind of devote some time to it each weekend, I'll be able to do it just fine. It's always interesting going through all of the different zones and different storylines and quests just to see kind of what the story writing has been as it progresses. I know some of my favorite quests were in Silverpine Forest, to be honest. Silverpine Forest had some of the better, I wouldn't say the better writing, but it had some of the more comedic instances. Like the Salty Sea Dog Orcs was really funny. And then how could we forget the ever classic line from the orc peon who carries your stuff for you? In the very beginning area of that quest line, he carries it and he's like, this hurts almost as much as when the poop come out sideways. Which, you know what? Totally real. I'm missing a couple of illusion devices. Here's one. And then there's the last one. Oh, no. I'm missing 3, not 2. It would help if I could count, surely. I feel like that's a rude thing to ask. Why do your businesses fail? Or why do you want your businesses to fail? Now, that is something that I'm unsure as to what my game is doing that for. It doesn't actually show the quest objective areas on the map. I'm in the wrong spot.
You must know her insane this is what has become of Koresh.
Nice.
You have my attention.
That guy would surely never know
Yes,
that it's me,
and I have you.
even though I just disguised myself in front of him.
Let us exchange words. You have my attention.
Alright, so that one's done. Now I just need to go get the overflowing anima core. And we should be good to go. Making oaths with mortals, that's kind of rude.
We have toiled endlessly for this thing. It is good to see our ethereal kin again.
I do kind of want to know why he's doing this. Let's see. I gotta move my coffee cup and move my new coffee, my iced coffee, a little bit closer.
Your patronage is quite appreciated.
Okay.
May you succeed in your endeavors.
Oh, I went the wrong way. Oops. It would truly help if I could actually read.
Do you wish to trade? The trust will save us.
This guy seems to be particularly easy to to convince to wear a pin.
A deal is just another kind of oath. Always a pleasure. It is good to see our... We have toiled endlessly for this.
Before I start this, I should probably do that G invite that I got asked for. There we go.
Wealth can solve any problem.
That's such a weird thing. Lately I've been noticing that, at least with one of my raiders, they have a name show up, like their main's name right after. Man, this guy was a little rude.
At last, we return to Koresh.
Nice.
May you succeed in your endeavors.
How can you, like, glower when you don't have any facial features? That's pretty sick. Alright, let's do this one. All the way over there. I guess it's not too bad, I can just teleport over there. I have such a bad habit of forgetting that there are teleport nodes in this zone. I have some Discord messages I have to look at. Give me a moment. All right.
Baladash Malinore.
I finally was able to pick up a rare that spawns inside of Ajkahet just yesterday, last night, and it's like incredibly frustrating considering the fact that it's on a timer. It's like a 12+ hour timer on the respawn, which isn't completely awful, but it's also just really, really annoying to fuck with.
Dedicated to destroying the Burning Legion.
Oh, there's a Darius Duskblaze. Oh wait, okay, hang on, wait. This is the quest line that reveals why the Demon Hunters were inside of Manaforge Omega. I should probably pay attention to that.
We fight for a new future. The Whispers do not control me. Fate is ours to decide.
Where's the worm at? Why am I feeding it? Why don't we just kill it? That seems kind of irresponsible. Well, of course you can feel the void energy off of it. We're feeding it. Which I'm not overly sure as to why we need to feed it. But we're doing it. I'm going to be holding on to my cooldowns for when I actually fight this thing, because I'm assuming it's going to be a little bit of a boss. This thing's a little bit larger than I remember. And it just immediately fell over. Nice.
We are all that stands between the Legion and annihilation. If we do not meet again, die well.
Okay. Okay, that makes a lot of sense as to why the Void Elves have become
As
demon hunters.
must not fall. Trust in Lord Illidan's plan. Death to the Legion.
Okay. I should be able to teleport over there pretty quickly.
Stalkers have infiltrated the crags in search of tasty Krolask meat. Deal with the stalkers and put the Krolasks to the torch.
Of course I have to go through and kill things.
I've sacrificed everything. What have you given?
Contemptuously onto the sand. The only object of real value here is in front of us, and they keep it contained out of fear.
Remember, nothing is
Just in time. This device catches ambient light and reflects it in a silvery hue. Did I miss that one? No. Oh, the other guy's over here. I'm about to miss this one. Shit. This device hums silently, the infrasonic melody felt rather than heard. Interesting, interesting. I've noticed that the waypoints have just been broken lately. And I'm not overly sure as to why. I don't think it's immediately tied to an add-on, though. This device is illuminated from within by a non-light, a fact that is simultaneously contradictory and undeniable. Crazy. And now I just have to turn them off. Oh, we're gonna pause there while the ads roll. I guess the ad's already gone. Alright, now we have to retrieve the void energies.
Lord Illidan knows the way.
Continue to do so, brother.
To the power of the Legion. Remember, nothing is more important than the Legion's.
Alright, where am I going? Way over there. I guess I'm gonna teleport back. Oh, the worm cave. I will say, I think one of the things that I'm quite excited about with Midnight's release is going to be the implementation of their spell effect changes. With the Void Hunter, Demon Hunters, and whatnot, they're adding new spell effects and such for their abilities, and I think that's going to be really cool. Like, if they can put that tech to other classes and other specializations, that's going to be really sick. I wonder what other themes they could add, and they could do that based on like different items or collectibles or like achievements, similar to the Warlock Green Fire, but just a little bit different, I wonder.
Baladash Malanore. There is strength in shadow. Sherelle Aron.
Oh god, now I gotta go through the cave. Northern fragment location aligned. We are getting after it. I haven't played any of the beta, but I'm really excited to see what they do with Unholy Death Knights. The only thing that I've seen in terms of like beta content has been with Demonology Warlock specifically, and like how they've merged a couple of the spells together. Like the Summon Vile Fiend and the Call Dreadstalker's abilities are basically just one ability now, which is really cool. That's not where I'm supposed to go. And since they're one ability now, it's going to make it to where the rotation is a little bit smoothed out. It's not going to be, like, I think, intrinsically super different, but it is going to be quite smoother to play. It's not going to be as annoying to have to go through all of your different binds. And then from what little I have seen of Unholy Death Knight, you are almost pseudo-ranged in a way. Like, once you get certain stacks or certain minions summoned, you're able to basically just be kind of like mid-range, almost like an evoker. But not quite. I'll probably at some point have to make a... I've been wanting to make a video talking about like the add-ons that'll be taking with me into Midnight. But I'm kind of excited about the fact that I'll be able to go through and have most of the add-ons that I'm currently using into the pre-patch. I've since uninstalled Details because that's going away. And then I've also removed Weak Auras because that's also going away. Or rather, the devs aren't going to continue it with the way that Blizzard is going against all of the add-on purge, essentially.
The universe is full of mystery. I greet you.
I love coffee. Alright. Place the Koreshi fragment above Adaris, and I will channel the Void Lure containing Ramanta's Void Essence into the shard.
Maintain control. Always.
Oh, I'm supposed to speak to Adaris. Oops. Oops. Okay. So that's how this worked. That's how this happened.
have opened to us. Power is to be wielded, not feared.
Okay, so now what? That seems quite insane. I can't remember. Let me look. There's Adarisk, Velerin Bloodwrath, and Alyssa Dark Sorrow. Okay, so the Leona lady is not actually a part of the bosses. So she doesn't suddenly become a demon hunter and then turns against us. So that's an interesting take.
The shadows serve us. I have much to teach you.
Complications indeed. I actually forgot to charge my phone. I need to put that on the charger now. Given time, we're a better teacher? Damn, dude. She's throwing shade on this guy.
Come with an open mind. The Rendori shall prove our worth.
Alright, cool. So we did that one. Excellent. The quest is right here. I don't have to go very far. This add-on, by the way, that I'm using is called BTW Quests, and it's actually insane. It comes with multiple different, like, configurations, or I guess add-ins, or libraries. So you can go to, it'll by default be for the main expansion that you're currently in, but what you can also do is go to home, and then if you've gotten these other sections, or libraries, you can also roll these out, which is really nice. So you can look at, for instance, all of the questing areas and zones inside of Cataclysm. Whenever I was first looking to do Lore Master, I installed this add-on and I wanted to start from the very beginning. And since there's obviously no vanilla questing, you have to do Cataclysm first, because that's where all of the old zones are. And then from all of the old zones, it has the Kalimdor and then the Eastern Kingdoms and whatnot, as well as obviously the Cataclysm zones, Vashtir, Twilight Highlands, Deepholm, and Hyjal. So you have all of those. I actually still need to do Mount Hyjal on this for Cataclysms, but I'm almost done. I need Cataclysm zones with Mount Hyjal, and then I also need the Cape of Stranglethorn. So those are the last two areas that I need to do for the, I guess, the Cataclysm and the Vanilla Lore Master. But once I'm finished with those, it should be pretty quick to do the rest of them, since they're much smaller zones.
I greet you. Unchecked emotion.
Alright, now I need to go into untethered space. I can teleport over to be a little bit closer. What am I supposed to do here? Phased lost creatures. In the cavern? Oh, there's a cave somewhere. It's down here. I gotta go back to the cave. We love caves. Ah. We love journal entries.
It's too far away.
I'm also very happy with the inclusion of like furniture and whatnot that they've put into the game with housing, especially tying it to older zones and older quest lines, which is another reason why I'm wanting to do, at least now with a renewed vigor, to complete all of the Lore Master achievements and all of the zones. Because if you finish the Northern Stranglethorn quests, or at the very least the, what's his name, the Hemet Nessingwary quests, you actually get an opportunity to, oh wait, there's a Warglaive over here. If you finish the Hemet Nessingwary quests in Northern Stranglethorn, you also unlock the ability to purchase like a mounted elk head, which is really cool. I've seen some people do some pretty nuts things with that. I might have already had that, actually, as an appearance, because it seems to... It did not actually give me a completion or a appearance. I don't think I need to be phased anymore, so I can just bring that back. What's the other quest over here? Use the phase conduit to return to Koresh. Do I have to do that? I did have to do that. Crazy.
Question everything.
That my research would be halted. You didn't give a shit about me?
My fate is my own. Power is to be wielded.
Alright, cool. So we're done with that one. Now we can go back to the War Within. Chasing Echoes. Thankfully this one doesn't seem to be too long either. Way over there. I think that's close.
Phase parasite.
Yes, perfect.
Test the dunes. Would you test this experimental means of extermination?
Untethered souls can drift out of phase.
Collect flickering essence.
Binding them to reality.
Gather readings from the broker pylons. Okay.
Causing more harm. Send these lost souls to their inevitable destination.
I'm out of range.
I do admit that this particular quest or endeavor would be a little bit easier on my Warlock, considering that he is 710 eye level, and this guy's only 680. I say 680, considering the fact that I should have my PvP set equipped. What am I in combat with? Odd. The mode of pure energy flickers at a set tempo with 2 beats. Oh, okay, so it's like a heartbeat. Where are the broker pylons at? I guess they're over there, isn't it? They're kind of spread out.
I need to target something first.
We're gonna go ahead and get rid of that. I wonder if rolling with my single target build would be better here.
I need to get closer.
Because I think I'm rolling with something a little bit different. I also still need to do a few different treasure achievements for this zone. Although I guess I could probably start working on that after I'm done with all the quests. I just wish that my minimap would actually show the quest objectives. It just doesn't show any of it. It's really weird. And I think it's just on this guy and maybe my warlock.
I'm out of range.
Whenever I was doing Remix, it was still showing all of the quest objectives there just fine, so I'm not overly sure what's going on with it. Man, those guys didn't have anything for me to pick up. That is what I like to refer to as whack. Whack shit, if you would. I just need 2 more flickering essence and then I can turn this in. And I think I'm almost done with this quest chain. There might be one more at the end of it.
It's too far away.
Man, nothing. Are you telling me these ghosts don't have anything in their pockets? There we go. Shitting too bad.
Let us exchange words. The Mencius must not be allowed to return.
Console batteries. Man, that's crazy. In a past age, this was a research station for local fauna. We both preserved and mended creatures at risk of dying out. Oh, so Venari is doing that right now.
Yes, can help you.
Recharge 6 flickering ephemera. Okay.
Remains much to do.
What is my standing with the Koreshi Trust? Pretty close to 16, that's not too bad.
It's still recharging.
That's so annoying. That seems to be problematic. I don't think it was supposed to do that. I think it shifting like that is probably a sign that it isn't working. I do wish that this wasn't on a 10-second cooldown though, that seems to be insane.
is what has become of Thresh.
We just disrupted them instead of helping them? That seems to be problematic.
We have worked too long to fail now.
Okay, so that was just rampant energy that wasn't actually tied to anything specific. So I'm guessing that's why it didn't work. Checking Discord here in a moment. Alright, where's the next one? Let's see. Avoiding the void. 5 quests? Let's try it out. To the oasis we go. I could just teleport there, but I want to sip on my coffee. Yesterday, and the day before also, I have made, I think, probably the best breakfast sandwich I have ever made in my entire life. It is comprised of 3 scrambled eggs, some chili crisp oil, pepper jack cheese, and an everything bagel. The method with which to create it is actually very straightforward. You have to first combine the eggs in such a way to where they're ready to be scrambled in the pan. And then, once those eggs are beaten and ready to go, you put the chili crisp oil into the hot pan and kind of spread that around. I used a little bit of butter this time to kind of spread the oil out a little bit better and to make it to where it was more non-stick for the eggs. Once the small amount of butter and the chili oil is added to the pan, you then add the eggs and you let those cook on the bottom a little bit. You don't really do much scrambling here. And then once those are kind of started to cook, you put the bagel face down into the egg on top, and then you cover it with a lid or some other form of, like a plate or something heat resistant, to steam it. And then once that is steamed and the eggs are cooked on top, you then flip it over so that the bagels are now on the bottom underneath the eggs on the pan. And then you just kind of let that cook for a little bit longer, and then you add your pepper jack cheese, and then you flip it, and it is so good. Genuinely. Collect 6 void glass samples. We're gonna try and finish this quest lineup before my ad plays in 4 minutes. But if it does end up playing before I'm done here, we'll go ahead and pause. Nope, there's another treasure that I need to pick up.
I don't have a ton.
Probably wasted Apocalypse there, but that's fine. I thought there might have been something up there, but I suppose not. I'm out of runes. Back to the broker. I do think that it's rather interesting and honestly a little bit satisfying to see the brokers were ethereals all along. Because whenever I had first started Shadowlands, the brokers reminded me super heavily of the ethereals, which I guess was the point, but you know what I mean. Fell to pieces? What are you talking about? We're gonna chill for a second, because it does look like I'm dropping some frames, which is not ideal. I wish I knew how to fix that.
We've had an equipment malfunction and misplaced a number of staff in untethered space. Would you go bring our phase divers back to reality?
Misplaced a number of staff. That would be crazy. Crazy work. We misplaced a number of staff in space. Can you go fix that? There's the Crawlisk shell. Oh man, this is gonna take a minute.
I need to get closer.
Alright, cool. 2 away. Alright, there's one more. I think we have time to kill one more Crawlisk before our ad starts. And then we'll be able to take a little bit of a break, a little bit of a pause.
I need a target.
Alright, we're gonna go up here on this rock and just kind of chill out for a moment. In the meantime, I'm gonna see if I can't figure out what's going on with my bitrate here. All right. We still got a few moments on the ad, but we're just hanging out and chilling out. Perhaps I'll set up a... I probably should end up getting like a stream deck or something so that I can automate that. Or at least make it a little bit easier to deal with. Alright. It looks like the ads are over, and we are back. Alright, so there's the Crawlisk husks. Now we just need to do the whirling motes from like the mana worms. I'm not overly sure of the best location to find those things. Doesn't seem to be those guys. Well, there's a few actually, hang on. Dune worms. Where is Maudib?
I'm out of range.
Hopefully I'll get at least 2 off of this. And I did not. I only got the 1. That is pure tragedy, truly. I just need a couple more, and then I'll be good to go. Surely I'll be able to get the last one off of these 2, right? Right? Perfect. Streamer client confirmed. $20 void shards. Ugh. Now you want me to go back? 52% sure you won't get fried or cast into the void. Those are some good odds. Brother, I don't know if you know what good odds are, but I don't think 52% chance to not get obliterated on an anatomical level. I don't think those are good odds at all. Where am I supposed to gather these? Are there like ore deposits over here that I can pick up? Are they from killing things? I guess we can try to kill things. Well, it's not from them. At least, if it is, it's rather unlucky that I didn't get it off of at least one of those. It doesn't say that I need to... There are numerous void surges on the edges of the glass crevasse. All I need to do is channel the device. Well, what device? Oh. There we go. Okay. Oh, shit. We have figured it out. I knew reading Hooked on Phonics would help me. I thought maybe I could cheese it. Get 2 for the price of 1. I do like that there's a little visual telling you when it will explode as opposed to just a time thing. Ooh. Like this little black hole will reach the center before it's like fully done, I suppose. Oh, you can. If you get to the very beginning, you get to double dip. That's really good to know. Uh-oh, we have a spat. I have one last thing to ask of you. What do you want? Oh, that's a watering jug. I don't need the watering jug.
We've had an equipment malfunction and misplaced a number of staff in untethered space. Would you go bring our phase divers back to reality?
I declare that the terms between us have been met. Satchel of seeds. Shatrath or Silvermoon, okay. I'll see you in Silvermoon, dude. Oops. Yeah, you probably won't hear from him in a hot minute, dude. Sorry. Satchel of packets, which each bears... no, fuck off. Each bears seeds of various shapes and sizes. Alongside the packets is a neatly folded handwritten note detailing care and planting instructions. What a Chad, man.
A deal is just another kind of oath.
He will always carry that betrayal with him. Damn.
Pleasure. The trust will save us. Your patronage is quite appreciated.
Nice, renown 16. Man, that sucks. Alright. Next storyline. Priest of the Old Ways. What is that? 5 quests? Where are we at? Oh, that's the... Okay, that's the lady I saw over here then while I was trying to do the Crawlisks. It's not the worst thing I've ever seen.
You seem like you've seen a battle or two.
Wait a minute. That's crazy. I have a cat on my lap, and he is so very heavy.
Beware the sands and shadows.
Crazy.
Vengeance for Corre.
A ceremonial bowl used by the Koreshi priesthood. It was used for rituals and eating alike, at least until the Ethereals stopped doing both. Wow. This scepter belongs to the Koreshi High Priests. Ethereal energy runes come to life when you pick it up and hum faintly before vanishing. Alright, now I just need probably a book or a scroll. This old and tattered prayer book has seen better days. A closer look at its pages reveals that the priests use a type of cuneiform for writing. It doesn't make much sense to you. Cuneiform? Cuneiform mentioned. I wonder if they sold suboptimal copper.
Make this quick. Send my regards to the rabble.
In the old days, we used certain deep-mined salts in cleansing and processing and rituals. As you can see around you, mining is no longer valid as these fragile rocks are hanging on to each other. Oops. Blood of Koresh deposits. Man, I probably could have done this quest at the same time as the other one. These blue and transparent crystals can be found in small colonies. They are smooth with an oily film on them that seems to repel sand. That's crazy.
I need to get closer.
It's like hydrophobic, but for sand. Not sure what that would actually be called. Silt phobia, perhaps?
It's too far away.
Earlier in the week, on I think Thursday, I ended up making a pretty good reverse seared filet mignon. I would recommend that if you guys have any near you, if you can get your hands on, or rather, if you can visit a Sprouts grocery store, I have found that they have some of the best grocery store meat that you can find. Because obviously Target's not going to have a good selection of deli meats. Well, I mean, they'll have good deli meats, but they won't have, like, good butchered meats. Aldi is very hit or miss when it comes to that, because it's like sometimes you're gonna have pretty good quality cuts, sometimes you're not. Their ground beef is usually really good from Aldi, and it's usually pretty cheap. It's not too bad. There is a place called Wild Fork that sells like specialty cuts of meat and whatnot, such as like venison, Frenched venison ribs and shit, but the problem with Wild Fork is that things are frozen, and since they're frozen, you have to let them thaw for at least a day or two, depending on the thickness and cut of the meat. But I found that Sprouts has really, really good selection of like non-frozen meats, especially their filet mignon. Super, super good.
Will honor my oath. Beware the sands and shadows.
The ritual of return can begin.
I will honor my oath.
Is this dude committing like honorable Sudoku? I think that's what he's doing. I feel like this dude is definitely committing honorable Sudoku here. Maybe not.
I am listening for now.
Now I gotta go kill these things.
To the rabble.
Void of shame, doubt, and falter. Alright, there's one down. One more to go.
Have infiltrated the crags in search of tasty crowlask meat. Deal with the stalkers and put the crowlasks to the torch.
That seems quite rude. There we go. Nice. The thing that I do miss the most about Remix is probably going to be those the Mount biscuits. I forget the name of them already. they recharged all of your dragon riding abilities.
Brave of you to venture this far.
You have saved me, my soul. Hell yeah, dude, that's pretty sick.
We pillage, we scavenge, we survive.
Now here's the question, does that make him no longer an Oathbreaker? Okay, he's still an Oathbreaker to other people.
I have many wares.
There we go. Let me sell all of that stuff. I need to deposit these reagents at some point. I need to put all of the Dornic lumber and really all of the lumber into my warband bank. Next one, let's see. Now we have... Man, we have so many quests to do. Holy. Okay. Go to Trader Bakrill. I'm gonna teleport over there. I think that'll be faster. I don't know if I'll be able to do it, but I would like to probably finish out the Koresh quests today on stream, ideally. I do think I want to change... What is the... Hang on, let me see. Not that. Alright, so it's not in there, it's in my add-ons. I think I would like to change the color of some of these. Ah, yes, it does show these. Excellent. Okay, cool. That's exactly what I wanted, actually.
Do you wish to trade?
I feel like I've done this one before. Or whatever it is your people have for innards. Man, that's a lot of whatever that is. That's so much mana cell energy. I feel like this thing is like adding a shitload of caffeine to one beverage.
We have toiled endlessly for this day. May you succeed in your endeavors.
Alright, now I have to go convince people to drink this ominous concoction.
Baladash, Malinure.
But it tastes horrible. Oops.
I get you a Sinstone yet? See you around, if you live.
A bit metal, a bit nutty. Why would I give it to this thing? Oops.
At last, we return to Karesh.
Not overly sure as to why this guy would decide to give this thing an energy drink. I feel like that would probably be not excellent. That's like giving a 9-year-old a Monster Energy drink, I think. There we go, nice. We love it when things work out. Now we just gotta go back. I think after the War Within Lore Master, I'm going to go to probably Stranglethorn or Cape of Stranglevale, and then finish that out. And then I'll head over to Hyjal and finish that one out before I start the Burning Crusade.
Your patronage is quite appreciated.
That Tajavesh taste. Excellent. Oops. I meant to go to the Koresh one. Lost and found storage. I love it when things are just neatly inside of the city like this.
For you, I
Most fortuitous greetings, off-worlder. I like how this dude's mask is just kind of floating around.
What do you bring to the table?
Not everyone knows this. Cartel Ba likes to test the waters. I'll award your permission if you teach them a lesson. Okay.
Watch your back.
Where am I going here? Is that it? Okay. Let's go ahead and pull that pet to passive so that he's not just wailing on that dude over and over again.
Business to conduct? Consider our business concluded. The Shadowlands can be
Sick. Now I can turn this back to assist. Otherwise I will forget to turn it back on.
May I tempt you with my wares?
Aftermarket ledger.
You struck a hard bargain. Good show.
Void storage vaults.
Remember, everything has value.
Why is it called that if we can see it? Hang on, wait. Am I supposed to rummage through the pile? Oh, wait. I thought I already did this one. Crazy. What even is this? Very colorful sword indeed. Ours look better.
Everything is negotiable.
Who would like to buy this portal? Dunes of Morrogue region. Bidding starts at 50,000 Azerothian gold. 100,000, 100,001. This is too much for me. I'll save my gold for the next one. Where does this go? Does it go anywhere? I guess not. Alright. Next one. Anyway, here's Firewall. That's funny. I'm just gonna fly over there because I do have a little bit more coffee to sip on. Yummy. We recently picked up some Cafe Bustelo iced coffee. And that's like so good. It's like cracking a cup. Alright, what does this guy want me to do?
So this is what has become of Gresh.
Firebird pollen. Firebud pollen. God, I wish I could read. Give me fuel, give me fire, give me that which I desire. Nice. I'm glad that those things also give pollen. Otherwise it would be a little annoying. Here's one. Oh, we're gonna go ahead and freeze it because of the ad going on. What am I actually streaming in, my bitrate in, anyway? How do I figure that out? I'm actually not sure how to tell. Yeah, I'm not overly sure how to determine what my bitrate is. Seems to be okay though. Or rather, I don't know how to edit my bitrate, I should say. I know how to look at it and like read it and such. I just don't know where to like actually change the setting. Now that my coffee's finished up, I am going to swap over to a nice and bubbly water. Panther, hey buddy. All right. Ad break is over. We are going to continue onwards. I have to admit, I'm actually very excited for Midnight to launch. I'm very, very excited about it. I want to see the revamped and upgraded Silvermoon. I want to explore the new Quel'Thalas. I'm so ready for it. I'm also like, I can't say that I'm super excited about the story. Not that like I didn't like it. It's just I'm not as excited about the story as I am to explore more and new zones.
Yes.
I'm sure that I'll be more excited about the story as I actually get my hands on it, but currently as it stands, I'm more excited to explore and see the new stuff that they've created.
Our dogs will not deter us.
Alright, what am I supposed to do? Oh, I'm supposed to put these into the chambers.
Speak your mind.
As the fun part.
Let us
Okay.
exchange words.
Ah, okay.
Guildies must not be allowed to return.
I've done this world quest before. I thought it would actually go a little bit faster than it did, which is why I just immediately turned around. There we go. I was worried I would not be able to reach it. And yet, here we are. Can I make it? I cannot. That is what I like to call Sag. Alright. We just need 2 more, and then we're good to go. I think this may actually end up being the final quest in this chain. We will be able to find out shortly, I suppose. Last one, best one. Perfect. Perfect. We gotta go ahead and sell some bullshit here. Alright. Next one. Let's see. Stranger's Gift. Not awful, I suppose. I don't mind questing too much, considering that I'm doing it a lot of it right now. It's just a matter of, like, depending on how much I'm doing, it will determine really just how much burnout I see for it. Oops. The Necroans. Oh, this dude got fucked up. An abattoir. I gotta Google that. I gotta see what the fuck that word means. A slaughterhouse. Okay, nice. I love new words. Oh. Oh, I guess I have to kill these guys too. Shit. Oops. We gotta go to the other siphon and then we should be good to go. A Worgen Fury Warrior. That's crazy. Alright, excellent. We're almost done with that one, and we just need to move on to the last siphon.
I need to get closer.
Panther, your breath is so stinky, dude. Nice. What did she install? An echo machine only meant to detect and project the essence of long-dead flora so we could study extinct species. Now after the modifications we made, it's a weapon. If they overload it with energy, the ecodomes will fail. Everything will die. A once proud priest. Slay him and end his ritual. Oops. Alright, where is he at? Let me at him. Man, I'm glad I went over there almost immediately. He's dead. Why hasn't it stopped? It's only growing stronger. Oops. It'll draw in more power until it overloads the machine. Unbind me. I'll wrap you in my energy. That should be enough to get you close to the machine. Oh, well. Man, this is kind of sad. Shit. I just need a moment. Damn, that's kind of sad. Alright, I have Sojourner of Koresh. Did I not have to do all of the storylines? Because there's several still that I need to do. Oh, you know what? Okay, yeah, I'm not doing these because I've already done those on my Warlock, so definitely do not need to do that after the fact. Alright, cool. So we're done with Koresh. I thought that I was going to have to do the rest of those, which I am refusing to do because I've already done it on my Warlock. So now, let's do a little bit more here. Secrets of Koresh. We're gonna go ahead and finish out this quest really quick. Or rather, this achievement. This shouldn't take too long. Or rather, I can just do this. Hang on. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and close the Wowhead sheet because that thing is a ram hog. I took a screenshot of it. So that's what we're gonna use here. Alright, so I have become void. Where's that at? Okay, so that's in the city. And I need to be phase dived. Alright, now we just gotta go back. Which is probably better to go this way. Panther, your breath is so nasty, dude. We'll go ahead and stop the charge. Boo, I'm being slowed. Oh look, there's another one. Is this it?
Far away.
I guess so. Man, that's crazy. Oh, they cannot be allowed to make things better. That's unnatural. Life only gets worse. Well, that's not great. Alright, so now I want to do that and quickly mount up because there are enemies here. So now where's the next one? Let's see. Where are you at? Over there. And that's also phase diving, so we'll probably just teleport over there and that'll be easier to get there. And it'll be faster to actually get to the treasure.
I'm out of range.
Phase lost detritus. Right, what am I doing here? Where's it at? From vengeance to void. Do I already have that one? Actually, let me look. No, I don't. Where's this one at? I don't think that there's an underground on this, is there? No, there's not. But it says that it's right here. Oh, there it is. I see it. We view our inner self as static and unchanging, but it is a lie. All this brings us to the topic of Nexus King Salhadar, the king in exile. When did he change his allegiance? What cosmic madness so afflicted him that we were unable to see his descent into villainy? There is another interpretation, a darker one. Oops. Alright. Now we need the other one, which is also in phase diving. Which is also in the city. Not the worst thing. Untethered Rampager. Alright, back to Tazavesh. Now I gotta go this way. There it is, I seize it. Nice. I was a little worried there at first. A checklist of minor pleasures and delights. Some long forgotten, others fondly remembered. Man, that kind of sucks. They can't smell of fire roasting meat. The warmth of a wool blanket, though not like when I had a body, I feel the fibers through my casing, and depending on the sensitivity setting, feel each individually or the whole blanket as a whole. This is a new sensation of an old joy. The clinking sound of a glass of libations, feeling the heat from a warm bowl of spicy soup. Now that's a good feeling. Finding a valuable antique at the market, priced well below its true value. I will admit I felt this same joy in the Shadowlands, but somehow on this material plane it feels more visceral. The rich colors in your favorite painting, they feel warmer here? Okay. The smell of book paper, either new and crisp or that communal mold of a well-loved borrowed tome. Winning at Table Helix after a long losing streak. Stroking a Perkins fur until its motor starts rumbling. The cracking of an egg, either one that is hatching or if one is making an omelet. That's really good. I like that. Alright. Now we need to exit phase diving so that I can fly elsewhere. Alright. A dog-eared book. I think that's inside. Yeah, right here. Cool. Did it go somewhere? Oh, I did. Devouring Love. Oops. A's Zuzu in secret. Oops. Alright. So that's one. Now I need the next one, which is coins and oath we exchange. I don't think I need to do... Oh wait, no, there is 2 more phase diving treasures that I need to find after this. Which is only... I mean, I say annoying, it's not really annoying. I think it would be incorrect to call it annoying. I don't think it's up here. There must be an interior somewhere. Maybe? I mean, there's coins right there. Coins and oath we exchange. Oh wait, hang on, here it is.
It's too far away.
This dense ledger contains the foundational economic history by Azra Oka on the history of coins, debt, credit, and the philosophical underpinnings of the Koreshi monetary policy circa 238 BD before Domentius. Crazy. So this was at least 10,238 years before the events of Domentius. Pre-Manusa civilization to our current modern multi-state economies is entirely an invention of previous writers and has no basis in history or archaeology. Man, I am bored already. Alright, what's the next one? The next one is... Have I already gotten that one? Let me see. Multiversal energy dynamics and the murmuration paradox. I don't have that one already. Let's do... Hang on, wait. Aromatic broker cookies recipes. I think I already have that one. Yep. And then what about the mysterious notebook? I don't have that one, but that's also in Koresh, so let's do that one first. That is 58.45, 91.50, and we are good to find it. Just over there. I'm so happy that people have figured out where these things are, and that Waypoint UI also functions similar to TomTom now.
I need to get closer.
My initial theories of these people's power and destiny were incorrect. Their strength and power are not merely the result of long-term Titan planning or the curse of flesh that afflicted some of the species I have witnessed, nor is it solely the proximity to the arcane energies that instigated rapid changes in nearby fauna. Alright, cool. That was the last one in the city. Now I need Multiversal and the Facets of Koresh, both of which are phase diving. Alright, let's see where we're going. Way over there. We can actually teleport over there just fine. Oh, hey, look, it's Poco. I didn't know he was on. Yeah, I think it's probably a similar distance depending on, or not depending on either one of these. I think it just goes to the same one. Or rather, it's the same distance to get there, regardless. Let's see if I can avoid pulling anything. I don't necessarily really want to fight anything, if I can help it. I probably won't be able to, though. Yeah, I'll have to fight at least one thing.
It's too far away.
No, I gotta fight this dude now. Nice. I wanted to read a little bit of that. Can I still click on it? I can. Sick. By Technomancer Omredian. This comprehensive theory ranks the planes of existence into higher and lower energy states, details the pathways between them, and explains the recently discovered phenomena of untethered space. Hell yeah. And now where's the next one? Let me go ahead and actually exit phase diving really quick, because I don't want to be here fighting something. Alright, let's see. I need the Facets of Koresh now. Let's see. That is way over there. Going to the Oasis.
There you are. Good. There are many tasks that have been waiting on your arrival. Please see to their completion.
Ah, Jesus. Okay. Oh, thank God it's not up top. I thought it was up top. Merciless Koresh of the Wastelands. When Koresh emerged from the great dark beyond, there was nothing but sand and wind. The air was rank and no seed found purchase within the soil. Alright, that's enough of that, I think. Okay, we're actually done with the treasures here. So now we're done with the treasures. Let's look for more Koreshi stuff. Let's see. Oh no, what is this? Oh, that's the phase lost slate back. How hard is that to do, I wonder? Pet the following Perkins and Koresh. I think this could be done pretty quickly. But I think we do need to go to Stranglethorn. But we are pausing for ads. Can I change the color of this? Oh. Just a few more seconds and we'll be good to go there. Alright, that appears to be the ad done, so we'll go ahead and turn off that. I think it's good to go back to Stranglethorn now at this point so that I can start working on that. So let's go ahead and actually teleport to Dalaran. We'll hearth over there, and then we'll take a portal over to... If I can get a port from Org to Blasted Lands, I'll do that. Panther buddy, your breath is stinky, man. He's yawning in my fucking face like little boy. Hi. Is that your mommy? I think that's your mommy, buddy. I'll be right back. It is now time for me to head to the store, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut the stream